Ruminations on ruins. Ruining the clear blue sky with plumes of dark smoke, a surviving monk reluctantly inhaled the arrival of doom. Normally steeped in ancient wisdom and spiritual devotion, this monastery, nestled amidst rolling hills and serene valleys, no longer echoed with the sacred chants of enlightened souls. Now its scrolls, that normally served to illuminate the mind, were now smothered and illegible. Standing as a sanctuary of peace and enlightenment for centuries, it could no longer nurture spiritual seekers who had sought solace within its hallowed walls. Destiny's ominously cruel hand had flattened this sacred abode, shattering tranquility and erasing a timeless legacy. Our lone monk sat on the edge of a wrecked window ledge, a place where he and his master had conversed on the deepest of topics for hours at a time. Revisiting this spot day after day, his mind ricocheted between anger, revenge, despair, and hopelessness. This went on for months, until one day, while sitting in silence during a slow sunset, he began to pour his heart into prose. What arose within him was a deep sense of gratitude, and as he looked at the sky's blend of crimson, yellow, pink, and purple, he wrote, "Gratitude's gentle breeze lifts burdens of endless thought. Freedom arise as my mind finds ease." He became grateful to his many mentors for the wisdom they instilled within him, and began to deeply appreciate the lineage of the many masters who had kept this knowledge alive for millennia. He continued, "In gratitude's glow, my ruminations fade away, as the seeds of contentment are sown." Looking over the gardens, which once had healing herbs, fragrant flowers, succulent fruits, and healthy roots, he gave thanks to every last gardener, botanist, and cook that ever served in nourishing the people of the monastery, thinking of the ones he'd met, but also of the ones he hadn't. And in gratitude, he began to grow greater than his grief. Grateful whispers hush, silencing the mind's chatter. Peace blooms as my mind's worries crush. Our monk turned his attention to the people. Thousands of visitors who would come with their questions around joy and sorrow. People that would come looking for solace or wondering how to grow. He meditated on each nameless face he remembered, and those whose faces he never saw. He thought of everyone. People who would come and go, or just take a little tour. He remembered the people that would remain unnamed, that history wouldn't note. People like you and me, that gave him a chance to serve, and doing so, his mind became more steady. Gratitude's embrace dispels thoughts of the past weight. Now peace finds its place. Finally, he turned his attention to what he could do to renew what had been lost. For someone had built this sanctuary for him, and now his thoughts moved to what he could do for future seekers of meaning beyond the towns and cities that throbbed with temporal enjoyment. And it was in those moments, as the skies turned from purple to black, that he turned his attention to building places of grace across the whole land, places that mirrored the culture of the monastery in which he was raised, a place of acceptance, a place of internal progress, and a place of peace. He endeavoured to do it for the masters that had gone before him, for those people that had fallen, but most of all he did it for the person most ordinary. He was doing it for you and me. He was doing it for you and me. For you.